What's up, Sneaky Nation? Welcome back to our Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. This is right after week 3 in a blowout loss to the Seahawks. The Jaguars are 1-2 now, but as you can see, the rest of our division is 1-2 as well. So the playoffs are still a goal, but that last game makes me think the chances of us getting there are very, very slim, which kind of made me start thinking maybe we should just go ahead and blow up this roster. You know, I already traded away a few veterans in Maurice Jones-Drew and Mercedes Lewis, but if we're getting blown out 42-0, there's really not much point to keep the other veterans around. I know Poluzny, you know, he's been okay on defense. He's been a guy I can usually rely on, but if my team's giving up 300 yards rushing anyway, is he really making much of a difference? Like, I could feel like I could plug somebody else in there, and if they give up another 20 yards, I mean, how much of a difference does that really make? I don't know. I'm just going to put a lot of players on the trade block this week. That doesn't mean I'm going to trade them. I just kind of want to see what return I could potentially get for them, because after that last game, I'm really starting to think we really need to kind of look for the future and not worry about this year quite as much. Especially because we have a tough game coming up against the Colts. That's a division game as well, but that one's going to be very, very difficult to win. We're going to have to wait and see how that goes. But Cougars breaking ground on the Windy City Stadium. I'm really excited about that. Moving to Chicago next year is going to be huge for us. It's a much bigger market. We will be competing with the Bears, but I still think we'll be all right. Penn State middle linebacker Mike Thompson struggles to get off blocks early in a game against Ohio. Gets a single tackle for loss. Now, if that was Ohio State, that'd be one thing, but Ohio? Miami free safety Bo Bradley pulls an interception against Florida and returns it 45 yards for the score. That's nice. Florida's a very, very good school, so to be able to make a play there is nice. Let's see. Brandon Merriweather was just released. Maybe I should look into signing him with Cyprian out. We'll have to go check that out. Anything else here? Let's just look at draft stories, see if there's any more draft stories that we haven't read yet. Just read that one. I think this might be, yeah, I think that was from last week. So, a lot of players that look like they're going to be very, very good to keep an eye on. So, I'm really excited about this draft. That's one reason I wouldn't mind trading some people. So, let's go ahead and go to the roster here. And again, I doubt I'm going to trade a lot of these guys, but there's absolutely no harm in throwing them on the trade block. So Tim Tebow, I don't know why he wasn't on the trade block to begin with. I don't know if I'll get any offers for him or not, but we'll put him on there and see what happens. Cecil Shorts, add you to the trade block, sir. Chris Owusu's been very, very good for me, and then I guess Ace Sanders can kind of step up in the other role, but Cecil Shorts had a very, very good week too. Luke Jogle, there's just no point in trading him. Anybody else? You know who I wouldn't mind trading though? Bradford. He has been oh, he's already on the trade block. He's been horrible for me. I don't know what he has been doing, but it has not been good at all. Defensive track. Yeah, see, that's the problem right here. Like, I need players along this defensive line. Like, they are not stopping the run at all. Throw Poluzny up there. See, I mean, I doubt he's really going to bring in too much, honestly, but to the point where I probably won't even trade him, but we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. DJ Moore's been very, very good for me. I've been happy with him. Phillips. Alright. So, added a few players to the trade block there. Let's look at free agents really quick, see if there's anybody I should add to this team right now, because we need to make some changes. Nnamdi Asomugha still there. Defensive line, is there anybody? Nope. Oh, wait. Defensive tackle, nope. Yeah, there's just, I mean, I don't know. One of these guys, they might be alright. We'll have to go back and see what we have there already at the right end spot before I make a decision on that. And yeah, I don't think anybody else here is enough of an upgrade to sign. Let's look at the right end really fast though, because there's a few players, they might just be a small upgrade. I don't really think they're going to provide a huge upgrade, but let's go check it out. Right end. Nah, Alan Branch or Andre Branch is actually better. Alright, no need to worry about it then. So, moving forward, let's go ahead and look at the stats from around the league again. See how everybody's doing. And yeah, Matt Scott was bound to come back to earth eventually, and that last game did it. Although those last 2 interceptions he threw, it was more because we were down in the game and he was just trying to get us back. They weren't necessarily interceptions he would throw in a normal situation. Ryan Tannehill, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Alex Smith, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Really interesting. See who's throwing the most touchdown passes. Yep. And then we're right there though with 7, although we probably lead the league in interceptions. We're tied with Aaron Rodgers. Wow. That's crazy. We're almost doing better. Well, we have a better quarterback rating than Aaron Rodgers. He's thrown for more yards, but we have 2 more touchdowns. That's really interesting. Let's see what the longest pass has been so far. 86 yards, Tom Brady. Then Freeman had 77. We had 73. Rushing yards. Let's see, 9.8 yards a carry. Marshawn Lynch. Oh my gosh, he got like 280 of those 474 yards against me. That's insane. He just went off against us. I mean, there was nothing we could do. Hopefully we don't ever have to play Adrian Peterson because he is averaging 9.8 yards a carry. That is ridiculous. I don't know. That's just not even right. I don't know how he's doing that, but let's see. Receiving touchdowns, Donnie Avery leading the way with 4. Receptions, Roddy White and Julio Jones. Wow, 2 players from the same team are number 1 and 2. That's crazy. Any interesting names up here? Aaron Dobson, you know, rookie. That's pretty cool. Pretty much just names you'd expect to see, I guess. There's Bolden. Blocking. Defense. Cushing's leading the way. Let's see. Sacks. Let's check out sacks. Mayo. Wow. And then Letoulier. Oh man, this guy's been great for me. He and DJ Moore have been the 2 bright spots on defense for me this year. He's been very, very good. He's got a decent amount of tackles for loss as well, as you can see here. Actually, I wonder if he's like tied with the lead in that. Yeah, he is. Look, tied in the lead tackles for loss. He's done really well. Interceptions. And wow, that's actually crazy if the record right now is only 2 because I believe Mayo has 2. Yeah, he leads the league in sacks and interceptions right now. That's pretty crazy. Pass deflections. Yeah, that's not really doing too much, I guess. Fumbles forced. Fumbles recovered. Alright. Blocks. There's 2 blocks now. Jared Allen and Ray Maluga. Maluga, I think. Safety. Nope. Touchdowns. Derek Johnson with 2. Mayo still has 2. Alright. A lot of people with 1. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the weekly, or the players of the week. Let's see. See what we have here. Yeah, well, we knew Marshawn Lynch. Look at that game he had against us. 27 carries, 286 yards. That is silly. 10.6 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. Then he had 2 receptions for 18 yards on top of it. Just an unbelievable game. Mayo had 4 sacks, 4 of his 6 sacks this week. Then Danny Woodhead down there had a pretty good game as well. 213 yards. He only averaged 8.5. I mean, still, I say only. But, you know, his game was very similar to Marshawn Lynch's. Except for he only got 1 touchdown, not 3. And then London Fletcher had a fumble forced, a fumble recovered. To go with 19 tackles. That was a crazy game by him. Alright. I don't really think there's too much else to do this week. It's a little bit of a shorter episode. I'm like looking around at, you know, things we might need to do. I think we've kind of checked everything. I'll progress everybody off the camera. I don't really think I got any points after that last game anyway. Scouting will wait another week or 2, and then we'll get into that a little bit more. But yeah, I will see you guys in week 4 as we take on the Colts. Later.